Welcome to This Explainer. Look, today we are tackling some absolutely profound ancient wisdom from Advaita Vedānta. This stuff, it has the power to completely shift how you view your everyday reality. And yeah, that includes all your struggles and your daily stress. Let's just get right into it.
Okay, let's start off with a question that honestly might sound kind of ridiculous at first, but it is the entire foundation of our journey today. Are you truly awake right now? Are you absolutely sure you aren't essentially just sleepwalking through your life?
Well, listen to this really powerful quote from the Katha Upanishad. Arise, awake, having approached the great ones, know the Atma. Now, the implication here is pretty staggering, right? Because if an ancient scripture is literally shouting at you to wake up, well, it's offering clear proof that you are currently in a dream. I mean, you can't wake someone who's already awake.
So, to get us to that awakened state, here's our roadmap. 1. Waking from the superdream. 2. Unmasking the grand illusion. 3. The secret of borrowed existence. 4. The movie screen of life. And 5. Discovering your true nature. We're going to use some brilliant metaphors to take you from those everyday struggles to true limitlessness. Let's do this.
Okay, section 1. Waking from the superdream, or the mahā svapna. Let's see how this builds our understanding of what it actually means to be stuck in this sort of sleepwalker state.
Let's break down the difference between an ordinary dream, an alpa swapna, and the super dream of life, the mahā svapna. Think about it. When you have a regular nightmare, waking up happens completely naturally. Your alarm rings, the dream vanishes, and boom, the tiger chasing you is just gone. But the super dream of life, that never happens naturally. It requires deliberate effort. And unlike a normal dream, when you spiritually wake up, the world doesn't just disappear. The tragedy continues around you, but your entire order of reality shifts. It's a real game changer.
So how do we actually wake up? Well, waking up isn't some mystical, magical event where the physical world just vanishes in a puff of smoke. Actually, it requires 3 deliberate steps taught by a guide or a scripture. First up is shravanam, listening to the teachings. This is exactly like hearing your morning alarm clock. Second is mananam, reflecting and using logic to get rid of your doubts. And third, nididhyasanam, daily meditation to deeply assimilate this truth. You need this constant practice because, let's face it, our underlying habits are always going to try to pull us right back to sleep. You have to realize that you are the superwaker, not the little creature trapped inside the dream.
That brings us right to section 2, unmasking the grand illusion, or the magic of Maya. So if we are in a super dream, what exactly is the fabric of this illusion we're stuck inside?
The answer to that is Maya. Maya is a beginningless, inexplicable power. Think of it as a cosmic magic trick. It's neither totally real nor totally unreal. So the crucial point here is that Maya is exactly like a magician's stage illusion. It creates all the changing forms and names in your life. You know, the sounds, the sights, your desires, and it gives you this illusion of separation and struggle, which perfectly masks the true, unchanging reality underneath it all.
Moving on to section 3, the secret of borrowed existence, understanding Mithyā. To really unmask Maya, we need to understand how things can appear so solidly real to us when they actually aren't. To do that, we introduce the concept of Mithyā. Mithyā is something that is experienced, sure, but it has absolutely no independent existence of its own. It borrows this reality from an underlying foundation. So everything in your life that changes, your body, your thoughts, your daily problems, all of that is Mithyā. Like a clay pot is really just a name and a shape, right? It borrows its existence entirely from the clay. Without the clay, there's literally no pot. This is brilliantly illustrated by the concept of borrowed heat. So fire has intrinsic heat. A vessel placed on the fire borrows that heat. The water inside borrows heat from the vessel, and finally, a potato boiling in the water borrows heat from the water. The heat in the potato isn't real potato heat. I mean, a potato has no intrinsic heat. It's completely borrowed through a chain of objects from the fire, which is the one and only true source of heat.
So why does this matter to you right now? Because you are the fire. You are not the potato. Your everyday sense of I, that person who feels pain and stress and lack, is just the potato experiencing borrowed consciousness. The real you is the unchanging, completely independent fire. That limited version of you is Mithyā, completely dependent on the true infinite you.
Now let's move into section 4, the movie screen of life, the great metaphor. Let's anchor this massive philosophical shift with what is, without a doubt, my absolute favorite analogy.
I want you to think of your true self,
pure consciousness, the Atma, as a pure white movie screen. The movie being projected onto it is the world. It's your mind, your life events, your struggles. Now, whether the movie is a beautiful romance, a hilarious comedy, or a raging destructive fire, the screen itself never gets burned. It never gets wet. It remains completely unchanging, untainted, and completely unattached. The movie has a borrowed existence. It's really just shadows of light playing over the permanent reality of the screen.
Our daily suffering happens because of superimposition. Basically, we sit down in the theater of life, and we completely forget the screen is even there. We get totally absorbed in the plot. We start crying, stressing out, shouting at the flickering shadows, mistaking the hero's tragedy for our own. So what's the solution? Turn your attention to the motionless screen. When you actually remember the screen is there, you can still enjoy the movie, but you know deep down it can't actually hurt you.
Which brings us to our final section, number 5, discovering your true nature, Sat-Chit-Ānanda. If you are the screen, what exactly is the nature of this screen? Advaita Vedānta defines your true nature as Sat-Chit-Ānanda. First up, you are Sat. This means pure, independent existence. And it's not an adjective like saying, oh, the table exists. No, it is existence itself, as a noun. It's the reality that survives even when all forms perish. You are that pure existence that literally never goes away, even when you're in deep, dreamless sleep.
Second, you are Chit. Chit is pure consciousness. It's the changeless witness of all your experiences, all your thoughts, and incredibly, even the absence of your thoughts. You are the pure awareness that silently illuminates your mind. You never become the stressful thoughts themselves. You always remain the untainted witness just observing them.
Finally, you are Ananda. Now, Ananda is often misunderstood. It's not some fleeting feeling of happiness, like that temporary rush you get from buying a new car or eating an amazing meal. Instead, it is purnatvam, limitlessness. It is the profound, limitless wholeness of needing absolutely nothing outside of yourself to be complete. You're already full.
Let's compare the ignorant person to the wise person here. The ignorant person identifies entirely with the body and the mind, so they suffer, and they constantly chase happiness outside themselves. But the wise person? Look, they still experience physical pain or sadness in the mind because, well, life still happens. But they mentally distance themselves. They observe the mind's pain and know, for sure, that it belongs to the mind, not to their true inner self. They know they are already full.
And they achieve this through titiksha, or endurance. Now, this isn't about just gritting your teeth and suffering silently in a corner. It's about observing the mind's drama with the deep, profound understanding that it is all Mithyā. It's just a borrowed reality. By practicing this endurance, you don't aggressively fight your stress or desperately try to escape it. You just observe it. Like watching a dramatic movie on a screen, knowing it simply doesn't have the power to actually touch the real you.
So, the crucial point and really the ultimate takeaway of this whole explainer is this. Stop struggling to find happiness outside. Stop going the roundabout way of chasing external things, external validations, and external objects trying to fill a void. You must recognize that you are already the Sat-Chit-Ānanda you seek. You are literally the limitless happiness you've been looking for all along.
As we wrap up this awakening, I want to leave you with one final, profound question to carry with you today. Who is the one aware of your mind right now? The next time you feel stressed, overwhelmed, or unhappy, don't just get lost in the movie. Take a breath, pause, step back, and ask yourself, who is the silent witness watching that feeling happen? You are that witness. You are the screen.